What's going on, everyone? It's Adam here from No Shelf Space, and today we're going to talk about Deluxified games with good components and different components than what a base game will have, and whether doing that or buying that or tracking it down is really, really worth it. Stay tuned. We're going to chat about it real soon. I think that the topic of Deluxified games is a little bit of a dicey one because in some situations, Deluxified games are very, very expensive, and just getting deluxe components for something can, in certain cases, double the cost of the game. I'm going to show you some of the Deluxified games I have here, and I'm going to tell you in which instances the deluxe content actually almost doubled the price of the game itself. The discussion around whether deluxe accessories and pieces and metal coins is worth it is actually going to come down to the person. Some people, they just want to be able to play some games. So if they can get a game for $35 or $40 as opposed to $80, they're going to do that. Other people are looking for that premium experience, that premium feel. And some people might say, well, that's a waste of money. So are a lot of things in life. When I go to Disney World, you guys know me, I love going to Disney. When we go to Disney World, we could stay at a cheap resort or we could stay in an expensive resort. Both places are giving us somewhere to lay our head. They both offer food options and they both offer pools. One's just more luxurious than the other, and maybe that's what you want out of your vacation. In some situations, we'll stay at a nicer resort, and in other situations, we'll stay at a cheaper resort because we don't spend a lot of time at the resort itself. So really, whether it's worth it is a personal thing. And don't ever let somebody tell you, oh, getting the deluxe components for that game is not worth it. Don't let someone tell you that because it's not up to them. It's up to you. But I did want to show you a couple of games that I have that are Deluxified. Now, the reason why I did this video is because I've been wanting for a long time to buy Honey Buzz. Honey Buzz is a really cool game where you're laying down tiles. You're creating this network in front of you of a beehive, and you're placing tiles and making sap and everything else sap. Making nectar. No, you're not making nectar. You're making honey. There we go. Anyway, so I bought the base game, and I've heard that the base game of Honey Buzz, I heard the components are fantastic. But something about me and wanting that game so badly made me go in search of Deluxified pieces, and it's hard to find. But I found a store up in Quebec and was able to buy the wooden coins. I was able to buy the acrylic tiles with the actual 3D Honey Stir first player token. And I'm really excited to get those pieces in the mail and add them to my game. That's the reason why I talk about it. Now, I bought Honey Buzz on sale at Indigo here in Canada for $39.99. That's very cheap. I think regular it's $50, maybe even $55, depending on your supplier. But I bought it for $39.99 on Black Friday from Indigo. And I spent more than $39.99 deluxifying that copy of the game. It was more than the cost of the game to make it deluxe. But I know it's a game I'm going to like. I know it's a game my wife is going to like. So I spent the money. But let's check out some other games I deluxified. We're going to talk about games that are really deluxified and games that are just a little bit deluxified. And we're going to start today off by talking about Libertalia. Now, Libertalia from Stonemaier Games, all Stonemaier Games are produced very well. They're all excellent. And no different here. This is an excellently produced game. The little tiles are like little acrylic plastic tiles. There's a bag. Nice stitch bag, beautiful. The cards are linen finish. It's a great production. The only thing is, I kind of felt like I wanted some metal coins for that game. So the game comes with cardboard doubloons, or whatever you want to call it. I'm going to guess they're doubloons. It's a pirate game. And I opted instead for some metal coins. And there's a whole little tin of them right here. And in fact, I use these metal coins when I play other games as well, because it has nice denominations of, here's a 5 coin. This is also a 5 coin. That's weird. It's a big 5 coin. But I got some ones. Oh, that's a 3 coin. So I got 1s, 3s, and 5s in here. And right there. And I think these coins cost me maybe $20 on the Stonemaier website. And so I was able to deluxify the game. So I don't think there are any other deluxe components for Libertalia, but I was able to deluxify the game for just a couple bucks. And that was really worth it to me. Another game I got, now this is one I thought about buying myself personally. I was really excited about it, but then it was sent to me for review. And this one is Illiterati. Illiterati, there is an unboxing, I think, on the channel already. If so, I'll link it down below. But Illiterati is just a word game where you're going to be playing tiles on the table and mixing those tiles up and sharing them with teammates. trying to create words. It is a lot of fun. It's pretty difficult, but if you have people that love word games, which I don't. I mean, I love them. I'm not good at them. I love them. My wife loves them. Played this with my father-in-law. He liked it as well. But the base copy of Illiterati comes with cardboard tiles. And that's fine. And the cardboard is nice and thick, and it's nice, and there's no real issue with the cardboard tiles. But the Deluxified version of the game, one comes with these nice bags like this, but it also comes with these kind of plasticky, I feel like they're probably made from recycled products. It's one of those things that you're like, is this wood or is this plastic? It's a little bit lightweight, but this is so much nicer. Here's a whole bunch of them right there. There you go. It's so much nicer to play with these than to play with cardboard. And so when they offered me the option for the review, I was kind of hopeful that the deluxe version would come. And the deluxe version did come. And honestly, if I were to buy this game, for me personally, after playing, I would want to play with the deluxe components for Illiterati over the cardboard every day of the week. Okay. The next one we're going to talk about is a really cool one that I also recently got to review. This one's from Bad Comic Games, and it's called Life of the Amazonia. In this game, you're going to be creating your own little Amazon rainforest in front of you, putting down animals and scoring points depending on where those animals are. Kind of a Cascadia vibe. If you have how all the animals you have in the same habitat as your tamarin, they'll score 1 point each or something like that. A very cool game, very fun. Comes with cardboard 3D pieces. And I built them all, the cardboard trees, and they're fine. They look fine. They play fine. They don't fall over. They stand up. And they do have a nice table presence. But, again, I wanted something else. So we deluxified them. Now, the base copy of Life of the Amazonia, I think, is around $60. And to upgrade them is $40 to get the upgrade. So it's $100 all in to upgrade this game. But you get these nice little, and I don't know if it's going to focus. We're going to try here. But you get these nice little wooden trees. And the nice little wooden, again, I'm not sure if it's going to focus. I'm going to try to make it focus. But the nice little wooden lily pads. That was one pack of upgrade parts. So it's the trees and the lily pads, and that was $20. But the main reason why I wanted this one upgraded is because you're going to be dipping into a bag during this game and pulling out pieces, like pulling out little chits and spending them. And those are cardboard. And if you played Quacks of Quedlinburg or whatever it's called, I always get the last name wrong on that. But if you play that game, it's after a while, like you're touching those cardboards so much that there's going to get some wear on it. It's a little bit gross with all the people always constantly feeling the bag and touching the pieces. And so I bought this other upgrade. And this is, I didn't buy this one, sorry, this was sent to me. Disclosure. But there we go. And these ones are like little wood pieces, and it's for all the resources. They're all little, and I can do this again, I suppose. It's all little wood resources, and when you're touching this bag so much, that to me is a good reason to deluxify a game. It just is. And like I said, those also, and it just makes the table presence so much nicer, in my opinion. All right, we're going to go to another game, a little lesser known game. It was on Kickstarter a long while ago, and this is a weird one because it originally was offered, I think it was originally pitched as just like a card game with little round tokens, and it fit in a box that's, I don't have a small box around here to show you. I think I do. Hold on. It came in a box smaller than this. It was like that much of the box. It was just this tiny box. And that's how I think it was originally pitched. And this one is Zoo-ography. Now you can tell by the size next to my head, this is a huge box. And the reason why, when I saw this one, I love zoo games. I love animal games. You guys know that I did a top 5 animal game video. Again, I'll link that down below as well. But I love zoo games. And so I wanted a game that had lots of animals. But this one only had little round tiles. Now, if you played Zoo-Loretto, and I love Zoo-Loretto, that's a game with just little round tiles. It's fine. It's fun. There's no table presence, though. So I upgraded, and I went to the deluxe version of Zoo-ography. Not only did they replace the card with cardboard for the tiles, so there's just an example of one zoo tile there. It's now cardboard. But they also put in animeeples. So just a couple examples here are the giraffes, but there's rhinos. There's rhinos, giraffes, lions, zebras, not lions, zebras, ostriches, lots of really cool stuff, elephants. So right there you can see those deluxe animeeples, which I really, really love. But on top of that, when you back that deluxe version, you also got all of these unique animals. So the game does have unique animals, and they're not really necessary. You literally only need, I think, 1 large unique and maybe 2 small uniques. But the game comes with like a whole bunch of large, there you go, unique animals. There's a gorilla right there, screen printed. I think we've got a tiger right here. Very cool. We've got this lion. So it just came with all these, this turtle, which is adorable. Right there. I don't know if it's going to focus, but there you go. And so, I keep showing them off. The little meerkats. So these were like just so worth it. Getting this upgraded version of the game, 100% worth it. No doubt in my mind. Now, there are games that I don't necessarily need the upgrade for. In full disclosure, this one was sent to me by Arcane Wonders, actually just recently for a review. And that game is Furnace. I've never played Furnace. It's on my list of things to do this week or next week to get a review written. I'll do an unboxing of it as well. But Furnace is a game of essentially getting resources and trading resources to get points and to win the game. But the one upgrade they offer for Furnace is this playmat right here. And I think without the playmat, I think you just lay cards down on the ground. I don't think there's actually a board in the box for Furnace. There is not. There's no board in this box. I think everything you do is just kind of laid out on the table. But this here is just kind of a cool little, and it's gonna, the whole thing doesn't fit, but I'm talking behind it, but there you go. I'm gonna hold it up real quick. So it's just a nice neoprene mat. It shows where everything needs to go on the table. It's got little spots for all the resources right up here, and then spots for all the cards. It's really cool. It's not necessary at all. And this is probably not one that myself personally would splurge on. I think I would probably pass on just a neoprene mat upgrade. I have a neoprene mat for a couple other games, which I'm not going to show you in this video unless I get up and make a cut and show it to you. But I have neoprene mats for other games, and I actually end up using the board more often than the neoprene mat just because it's so big. I don't want to bust it out all the time. It's actually hidden behind the shelves because it doesn't fit on a shelf. So neoprene mats are actually not a big... They're not that worth it to me personally. And if you want to know why, I find the colors on neoprene mats actually very muted. And some boards are meant to be very colorful. And I do think the next game I'm going to show you... I'm not showing you the mat, but you can look it up. But the mat for the next game I'm going to show you... It's very dull. For as bright and vibrant as the game is, the mat itself, because it's a neoprene mat, is a little bit dull, and it takes away a little bit from that experience. But that final game I'm going to talk about is Flamecrat. Now, Flamecrat is wildly popular. It's hard even to get the retail version of this game, but wildly popular game. But I went in when it was on Kickstarter, and the new one, Critter Kitchen, I went all deluxe on that one as well. I think that one finished just maybe 2 weeks ago. Very excited for Critter Kitchen whenever that comes. But I got the deluxe version of Flamecrat, and it came with really awesome plastic miniatures that you would move around to the various shops. If you have the base game, it's a nice little wooden dragon. Very cool, still very nice. But, you know, there's something about these 3D plastic dragons that were so cool. And this pink one was actually like a Kickstarter bonus. The other thing you got with the deluxe version was, again, metal coins. Now, I will say I'm a little disappointed in these metal coins compared to other metal coins I've gotten. These ones aren't the greatest of quality. They're already, I don't think they're not tarnishing, but they're like scratching off. You can see, that's a bad example because that's a silver coin. But I have some of these are tarnishing off, which is a little disappointing. But nonetheless, you get the metal coins and the really cool little dragon pouch with that deluxe version. Love it. The other thing you get with the deluxe version are resources that are shaped and screen printed. And I don't know if it's, I'm just going to try to, I don't know if that's doing any kind of justice there, but you can see they're really small. So hard to show those off. There we go. Leaf. There we go. It has its own resources, but in this situation, and this is where I'm going to bring it full circle back to Honeybuzz before we wrap up. In this situation, the real bonus of this deluxe version are the game trays containers, and it makes putting this game back so simple. And I haven't shown you like the complete box for any of the games yet, but I think I'm going to try to show you the box for Flamecrat as best I can. That's good right there. Look at that. Like, this is all very neat. Like, the neoprene mat fits right over on this side, but then you got all of these game trays that stack on top of each other, and everything is in here so neatly. And I think just that alone, I have this conversation with my brother-in-law a lot, just having the option to have a good insert for a box is game changing. And the one thing I'm disappointed about not getting the deluxe version of Honey Buzz, remember, I got Honey Buzz with deluxe components. The deluxe version comes with an insert. The one I got does not. And I'm not looking forward to just ripping stuff out of the box in baggies to play every game. But the deluxe pre-order, it's only on pre-order and who knows when it's going to come. So I didn't want to wait. Anyway, guys, that is a few reasons and a few games that I have Deluxified, as well as talking about a few I've kickstarted, including Critter Kitchen, which will be coming, I think, next year sometime, or maybe even 2 years from now. But listen, if someone tells you Deluxifying a game is not worth it, don't listen to them, because it's not their decision, it's your decision. You're right. For what I paid for Honey Buzz and Deluxifying that game, I probably could have bought 2 great games. I probably could have bought 2 great games for what I paid to Deluxify my copy of Honey Buzz. But I like having a deluxe copy. I love a nice table presence. The people I play with enjoy a nice table present. I'm looking forward to using those little acrylic tiles instead of the cardboard tiles. I'm looking forward to using the upgraded nectar. I'm looking forward to so many other things when it comes to Honey Buzz. The little wooden coins as opposed to the cardboard coins. Is it necessary? Absolutely not. But is it fun? Heck yeah. And I'm going to keep Deluxifying my games because there are games I just love. And I love having them at the premium quality that they can be. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. This is probably one of my longer ones. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. If you want to see any more of my Deluxified stuff, please just leave a comment down below. I have more games back behind me that are Deluxified. Some you've probably never even heard of before, but I would love to show those off to you. Please like, subscribe, check out all the other great stuff on the channel. And if you want to see any of my written reviews, you can find that over at gamesreviews.com. Now, in terms of this video, again, I have to give a shout out to Bad Comet Games, who sent over Life of the Amazonia. I have to give a shout out to Arcane Wonders, who sent over Furnace. Stonemeyer Games, who sent over Libertalia. Gap Closer Games, who sent over Illiterati. Flamecrat and Zoo-ography, the other 2 games I showed you, I purchased those once myself, and I wouldn't change a thing. If I went back again, and if I went for any of these games outside of what I got for review, I would Deluxify them 100%. But until next time, folks, thanks for watching. We'll chat again soon. Goodbye.